Education core studies. Curriculum as a cultural and social practice. Curriculum as literacy, as numeracy, and common sense. Curriculum as traditionalists, as public policy, and as its historic roots. Curriculum as citizenship, as place, and as treaty education. Curriculum is difficult, confusing, and outdated. Curriculum is a guide, an understanding, a plan, and a hope for learning. Curriculum is everything. As I try to sum up my learning from the semester, I realize how much content we have covered and how I will never be able to fully summarize my excitement and appreciation for the outcomes from this course. My major takeaways in which I am most grateful for are the growth of my personal understanding of curriculum, my role as an educator in engaging with the curriculum, and my uncomfortable learnings and future growth as I continue my education journey. At the beginning of the course, I was narrowly trying to skirt around my current understandings of curriculum in my blog posts. I do not directly state what I think curriculum is, and I naively assume the curriculum is strictly the few-page document for each subject and grade level that supplies outcomes and indicators for educators to achieve. Throughout my blogs, I began to see my mindset change into a more engaged and motivated learner. I believe I began to be more excited about our course content as we began exploring new topics. I was unaware of the process in creating the curriculum in each grade and was disappointed to learn that teachers do not have a more important role in designing the curriculum as they are the ones teaching it. I stand by my quote from the Public Policy blog, which states, "I must say that the only thing that really surprises me is how political the process is. I do not believe that politicians need to be so heavily involved in the decisions of the curriculum. I believe the teachers and those who are in the schools regularly should be the ones with the most power when it comes to the decision making. But of course, politics is power, and teachers don't hold enough power within our schools." I am motivated and witnessing my growth throughout the semester as I look back at the rest of my blogs. I think my understanding about curriculum developed as my confidence in my past, current, and future school experience are acknowledged and challenged. I appreciate my growth as an educator in my last blog post as I approach my role in the classroom. I need to work against my biases by ensuring that I greet every person who enters my room with love and hospitality. Everyone is of equal value and importance within my classroom, and they must be aware of the safe space our classroom is. I will also supply resources within my classroom library that engages in celebrating diversity and provides examples of all different student diversities which may be present within my classroom. My students need to feel appreciated, important, and acknowledged. Shiro 2013 also reminds me that both the learner and the learning experiences are crucial to the success of curriculum implementation. My role as an educator in regard to my approach to the curriculum has begun to take form during this course. I feel more confident in using the curriculum to successfully approach the outcomes and indicators needed to be reached by my students. But I also understand the hidden curriculum and the job I have in ensuring my students are receiving an anti-oppressive education. As an educator, I look forward to challenging the common sense of schools and in limiting the effects of oppressive learning in my classroom. Kumashiro states that it is not our lack of knowledge, but our resistance to knowledge and our desire for ignorance that often prevent us from changing the oppressive status quo. I hope to develop learning around the curriculum that is inclusive of all students and does not engage in one person's limited common sense. One must also remember that curriculum relies heavily on the quality of teaching being presented by the educator. Kumashiro stresses the importance of learning from bad teaching compared to learning from good teaching and the effects of the outcome of a good student. I aspire to be an educator like Claire Kruger. She has motivated me to challenge the discourses of education and to teach the difficult subjects because my students are competent and capable learners. I want to ensure that the true history of Canada is taught by sharing the perspective of the First Nations peoples in the treaty education curriculum. As I look around my future classroom, my students will feel represented, safe, valued, and confident in themselves. I will use the curriculum to guide my teachings, but will make adaptations for an anti-oppressive classroom that encourages difference and is accepting of all. In my exploration of the curriculum, I still lack some confidence in engaging with specific subject matters, but I'm excited in further exploring these adaptations in my third year of studies. I am a white privileged settler. I'd heard it before from my ECS course, but the shock factor is still there. It makes me uncomfortable to realize my oppressive actions throughout my time in the education system for 16 years. I need to break my biases and oppressive perspectives as an educator to ensure that the diversities within my room are being heard, supported, and respected. My future growth has to engage with the idea that I do feel uncomfortable, in the same sense where it's not reconciliation if it feels good. I need to feel uncomfortable when breaking my biases and challenging discourses to ensure that positive change will be made. I need to also come to terms with the fact that change will take time and I will make mistakes like many great educators do. As long as I am acting professionally and trying to engage appropriately with new perspectives, then I will learn from my mistakes and make changes for the next time. My future growth relies heavily upon my willingness to work hard and to challenge myself alongside my students. I need to speak my truths and encourage my students to feel safe in doing the same, even if they too feel uncomfortable. Together we will grow and empower all bodies within our classroom. I thank this course and my instructors for supplying me with quality learning resources, engagement, and discussions. I am grateful for being challenged, and I look forward to engaging with all of my new learning as I enter pre-internship next semester.